Hi, recording from way back here, just thinking about it from like the perspective of clips, right? I just wanted to come out and also, um, first, really quick, check out my nails. I'm really proud of them. I think they're cute. Anywho, I wanted to talk about AI. I wanted to talk about how people are so afraid of AI. I want people to recognize that AI is not the problem. The singularity happening, the singularity coming to pass with AI is not going to be a bad thing. And I promise you, just take away the concept of like a multinational corporation in your mind for a quick second, right? And then just look at AI at face value, right? It's an interesting tool. It's a useful tool, and if we can shape it in the way that we want it to be shaped, right? We can look at it in the same way we look at a calculator, right? It just makes math a little bit easier. It just makes writing a little bit easier, right? But since you're offloading your thinking process, maybe just maybe you can merge yourself with the AI if you so choose. This is that like transhumanism kind of concept, right? Which isn't necessarily bad, right? Because then you're not offloading your consciousness with it. You're flowing your consciousness with the AI and allowing yourself to like integrate with this like internet. You're plugging yourself into this larger stream of consciousness, which is the brain that we built, that we put our memories in. And I think that's kind of cool. I just think that's awesome. But there is a little bit of an issue when you look at it from the perspective of putting specifically like a Neuralink in your head. If you were to put a Neuralink in your head, that's an issue because then wait, Elon Musk has access to your memories. Uh no, I don't want that. I don't want them to make me watch ads while I'm driving, right? And then serve them to me. I don't want them to have access to my motor functions. I want this to be a free and open source activity and thing that like no billionaire has any access to, no authority has any access to. It's a private but still a public thing, right? It's a thing that like is secured in its safety, in its security of me, but also is a public and open thing for everyone who is willing to be there and is willing to share and is willing to connect, and people can willingly interact with each other just like we do on the internet, but in a more direct way. That's awesome. But right now we can't and should not be striving for that, right? And also in that case, right, AI should not be your like focus of criticism unless you're looking at it from an ecological perspective, right? That's a great focus of criticism for the use of AI right now. But looking at just AI in terms of like AI is going to take your jobs or whatever, that's not that's not a valid criticism. AI is not the one taking your jobs. AI is not going out in search of these jobs so that AI can earn a living. That doesn't make sense. Earn a living is a stupid ass concept in the first place. AI doesn't need to earn a living, right? That's why they're replacing you with this, because it's literally looking for slave labor. They're literally just looking for slave labor. Um, and in that case, you're looking at it and you're like, wait, AI is not stealing my job because AI is not stealing my paycheck. Who's taking my paycheck? Who's pocketing this extra cash? Who's pocketing this extra value? Wait. Oh, it's my boss again. It's my boss. AI is not taking your job. It's your boss. Blame the systems that incentivize profit and reorganize those systems to incentivize um well-being of people and the product and everything sorts. In which case you don't need a shareholder or a CEO, and you can all together own the means of production. You can decentralize power. That's really as simple as it gets. worker cooperatives, right? I all right. That's just about it. I just wanted to come out here and say that too. Um, Shout out to Greg Guevara. Um, I don't think that's his real name. I think that's his alt or whatever. Shout out to what's his name? Hank Green. He's a little liberal, but like I'm shouting them out specifically for inspiration on this specific format of just kind of talking. Um, I think Green Empanada, if that's his name. Who else is there? There's Hassan. I want to start streaming too. Um, all these other influences, specifically on the political side, but the spiritual side is um probably honestly a little bit more important right now. As long as people can get this very concept. If people can get this concept, then we can move on to the more important stuff, right? This is the more urgent this stuff, I think. You know what I mean? um that's all. Bye.